Or how about this one? Rolling Stone, exclusive. Doctors have sent Spotify a petition demanding that stop permitting COVID-19 misinformation on their platform, including the lies spread on the Joe Rogan Experience. What about the lies spread in the Rolling Stone magazine? Remember this big lie? Gunshot victims left waiting as a horse dewormer overdose. That was all made up. By the way, it was August. They put a picture of people standing in line with coats on.
Are those the shot people?
Are these the shot people? Who are they?
Hey, what, I got to stand here shot while waiting for these dewormer people?
Do you see how they put together a piece of propaganda that's paid for by Big Pharma? That's all this is. That's what this is. Go ahead.
I was able to change my clothes before I came to stand in line. You know, I got a hold of my shot clothes, so I went home.
I got blood all over my shot clothes.
I don't want to look bad in this long line.
So Rolling Stone and everyone else misreported this, spread that lie. No one's calling for Rolling Stone to get a fact checker, even though they certainly need one. Here's what Glenn Greenwald said about it. The only reason Rolling Stone is calling this an update, as opposed to what it is so plainly is, a retraction, is because liberal outlets know that their readers don't care if they publish fake news as long as it's done with the right political motives and goals. And that's 100% right. They don't even care that Fauci lies. Joe Rogan never lied about anything having to do with COVID. Fauci has 3 times at least that are admitted lies. That's totally different than getting something wrong. And here's the most interesting thing about this 270 doctors. Jordan Schachtel broke it down. This is kind of funny. The 270 doctors called out Joe Rogan, but the authors of the letter and the vast majority of its signatories aren't medical doctors. In fact, only a handful are practicing physicians. So that whole fucking thing is a big bullshit misinformation itself.
What are the other people? The non-medical doctors.
Here we go. It turns out the real arbiters of misinformation are the individuals behind the letter itself. And they are being helped along by a corrupt corporate media that is misreporting the credentials of its signatories. Of course. The media and big tech want to create the image of a 100-strong coalition of medical doctors who are genuinely concerned about Joe Rogan's conversations on his massive platform. Twitter even got in on the propaganda campaign against Rogan, adding this medical experts letter to their curated headline section. That's when you logged into Twitter, that was one of their curated headlines. That's called propaganda. That's what Twitter's doing. They're pushing propaganda. I reviewed the open letter, and it turns out that only around 100 of the 270 plus signatories to the letter are people with qualified medical degrees, and a large chunk of that 100 or so medical doctors are MDs employed at universities who are not, in fact, practitioners of medicine. Yet part of the letter reads, quote,